Well, love is in the air, and so are scammers looking for opportunities to take advantage of people leading up to Valentine's Day. And joining us now with more is Neesha Hothi with the Better Business Bureau. And there are so many of these scams throughout the year, but we know that they really pick up ahead of Valentine's Day, as you know, some people are lonely and looking for love. So what do we normally see? What are the things we should be watching out for?
Well, it's so unfortunate. It's the season of love. It's the month of love, and people take advantage of that. And this is for scams throughout the year. Scammers are looking for vulnerabilities. And right now it is tapping into that loneliness, that desire for having someone in your life. And romance scams, as you said, pick up at this time of year. There's a few different types. There are the traditional kind of catfishing. We've seen them on TV shows. We've seen them all over the place. We've seen people really target key demographics: youth, elderly, lonely. You know, that's another one. And you also see the sugar daddy and sugar mama scams, which are a little bit new and very specific to a younger demographic.
So for those that aren't familiar with that term, what exactly is the scam? What happens?
So, I mean, if you are looking for a sugar mama or sugar daddy, that it means you're looking for someone who's generally older, wealthier, and able to provide for you in a financial way. It usually comes with some terms and conditions. And so it might be companionship. Could be that you are spending time with them, that you are their +1 for dates, that you spend an afternoon on the phone with them every week. You are with them, or you spend a half an hour on the phone with them every day. It's a variety of things, but you come to kind of an agreement, essentially. And they may give you an allowance. They may lavish you with nice gifts. They may pay for your dorm room apartment. There's a variety of ways that can go down, but really, the issue is that you are also giving up a lot of personal information through this process, and you all don't always know who you're talking to on the other side. So the ways to protect yourself are similar across many of these romance scams, especially when they're not in person.
Of course. So what are the things that are the red flags that we should be watching out for, and what are like the no-goes, things that we should absolutely never do?
Yeah, absolutely. It's interesting. Love bombing, which we hear about in relationships as well, is one of those things. When you see something go like this, when you're at I love you in 2 weeks, when you are, and you've never seen each other like in person, you really have to ask yourself how quickly things are moving. They know everything about you. You feel like they're the only person in the world for you. That intense connection, although beautiful, is often very romanticized and not as real in real life. And you need to be very conscious if it feels overwhelmingly intense early on. There is a reason for that. It's a pressure tactic, essentially. They're really roping you in and becoming your only person, and you're the person. And so you want to be mindful of that. If they're not willing to meet up with you in person, if they're not willing to have video chats, if it's all very scheduled and very nuanced, oh, I'm only available at this time, you'll see a lot of people mimic certain careers. Military is one of them, because they can say it's very confined scheduling and time, so it's interesting. Okay. They could be overseas, etc. But you want to be able to see this person in person. You want to be able to see their face. You want to be able to find them online. If they're able to see all of your social media and you're out and about, but you can't find anything on them, or everything you see is kind of the same 2 or 3 photos, something's not adding up, right?
Yeah, and the thing is that, you know, they prey on people who are lonely, you know, who are looking for that connection. And we know that so many people do fall victim. So that's the other part of this, is if you feel that maybe you have been one of those people, what should you do? Should you report it? What are the avenues? Reporting
is absolutely the thing to do. And I know that it feels embarrassing, and people feel concerned that, hey, like, this is my personal life. This is my love life. I don't want people to know that I fell for someone somewhere else who was trying to dupe me. And you've got to be really careful about that. But please report it, because then I can come here, talk to you, and protect the next person. Because could be someone right now who's thinking, well, what's the harm? This person's going to send me money, and I'm having a great time, and it's fine. But there is potential harm. And so where can you report it? You can report it to the BBB. So the BBB Scam Tracker tool is available on our website. You can report it to your local police, and you can report it to the Canadian Anti-Fraud Centre. But what I think is important is for people to also understand how they can lose money.
Absolutely, and lose a lot of money. So let's prevent that from happening. Neesha, thank you so much for joining us.